Good morning, students.
Very good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, still some of the students are not submitted assignment. Okay, so can I consider 0 marks? Okay, so I will give you by today evening. So before evening, okay, by today evening, all of you should submit assignment. Otherwise, I will consider as 0 marks first assignment. Okay, so third module. So some of the topics we already discussed. So what are those topic we discussed in the last class? Anyone? So two-stroke petrol engine and four-stroke petrol engine and four-stroke diesel engine is finished. So and also we discussed two-stroke petrol engine. So today's class will discuss about two-stroke diesel engine and we'll discuss some of the formulas, okay, which is required for problems to solve the problems. Okay, so all of you please listen carefully. So at the end I will ask question each one of you. So and you should able to answer. Okay. Then only I will give you attendance and continuous evaluation marks. Okay. So please listen carefully. Okay. Very, very important topic also. So whether this PPT is visible, slides visible
Yes,
or not.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So two stroke. Stroke is nothing but what? So what is the meaning of stroke? So movement of piston from top dead center to bottom dead center or bottom dead center to top dead center, that is called as stroke. So in IC engine, mainly it is having total four process. Okay, what are those four process? Inlet, compression, then power stroke and exhaust stroke. These are the four processes. Okay, so in two stroke engine, the at all four process will be completed in two movement of the piston is equal to one revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, two movement of piston is equal to one revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, in four stroke engine, two revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, so in two stroke engine only one revolution of the crankshaft. So initially piston is in top dead center, it is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center, then it is moving back from bottom dead center to top dead center. This is called as two stroke. Two movement, top to bottom and bottom to top. Two movement is required to complete all four process is called as two stroke engine, so two movement is required to complete all four process is called as two stroke engine. Okay, so one revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, so ports are used instead of valves. So here ports. Okay, so there in four stroke engine valves are using inlet valve, exhaust valve, but here ports are using, so that is always open, that ports is always open. So based on the piston movement it will be open as well as close. So it is closing position, so it is name given as ports. So in based on the fuel, this two-stroke engine is classified into two types. One is two-stroke petrol engine as well as two-stroke diesel engine. Two-stroke petrol engine as well as two-stroke diesel engine. Okay, so this is a basic part of petrol engine. So here spark plug is using. So why? Because this is petrol engine. So it here spark plug is using, and this is cylinder head. So here wall is not there, walls is not there. So instead of walls, this port is arranged. So this ports there is no opening as well as closing position. So this opening as well as closing will be done based on the movement of piston, and this is crankshaft position, this is crankshaft. Okay, this is connecting rod function is to reciprocating motion of the piston into rotary motion, reciprocating motion of the piston into rotary motion. Next, inlet intake port, and this one is exhaust port, intake port as well as this exhaust port, and this is cooling fins. Okay, cooling fins. So the use of this cooling fins is to cool the engine. Okay, during the operation lot of heat will be generated. Either two method is there coolings. So one is water cooling system, second one is air cooling system. In usually in petrol engine, air cooling systems are using. Air is circulated throughout the engine so that it will helps to absorb the heat. Okay, so next here transfer port. So this is transfer port. So whatever mixture is presented in the crankshaft, that will be moving to the cylinder part through this transfer port. Okay, so whatever mixtures are present in the crankcase, that will be moving to the cylinder part through this transfer port. So these are the basic parts of two-stroke engine. Basic parts of two-stroke engine. So this first I will explain this thing. So please listen carefully. So initially piston is in top dead center. So here the previous cycled petrol plus air mixtures are present at the top of the cylinder. So at the same time spark will be produced. Spark will be produced. So it will burning take place. That high pressurized the air plus fuel mixtures will be burning take place. So it will produce as the heat energy. It will produce as the heat energy is equal to thermal energy. Heat energy is also equal to thermal energy. Because of that thermal energy, piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. At the same time, this inlet valve remains open so that petrol plus air mixtures are coming to the crankcase. Petrol plus air mixtures are coming to the crankcase. Piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center with the help of thermal energy. With the help of thermal energy. Okay, so initially piston is in top dead center. So with the help of previous cycle thermal energy, piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. While movement of piston from top dead center to bottom dead center, first it will open the exhaust port and closes the inlet port. Okay, first it will open the exhaust port and closes the inlet port. Okay, further movement of piston downward direction, so that transfer port will be open. So whatever mixture is presented in the crankshaft, that will be moving to the cylinder. That will be moving to the cylinder. So whatever mixtures are present in the crankshaft, that will be moving to the cylinder. Okay, cylinder part. This is called as cylinder part. At the same time, so the previous cycle waste gases present in the cylinder, that will be moving to the outside through this exhaust port. Okay, through this exhaust port, the waste gases are moving outside. But this fresh pressure petrol plus air mixtures are won't go outside directly. Why? Because due to density difference. So density is equal to mass by volume. Mass by volume. So this petrol plus air mixture densities are higher compared to this waste gases. Okay, so that these waste gases are easily go outside through this exhaust port, but it this fresh air plus petrol mixtures are won't go outside directly. Okay, so next cycle is what? This is called as one stroke. This is called as one stroke. Piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. Again, piston is moving from bottom dead center to top dead center. Again, piston is moving from bottom dead center to top dead center. So during that time, first it will closes the transfer port. First it will closes the transfer port. Then further this piston is moving out up upper end, so that it will closes the exhaust port. So then compression process will happens. So compression, so whatever mixtures are present, petrol plus air mixtures are present in a cylinder, that will be compressed take place. Okay, compression will happens. So compress is nothing but volume is decreases, pressure is increases. Why? Because pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature and inversely proportional to volume. So that, so volume decreases, pressure increases. High pressurized petrol plus air mixtures are present at the top of the cylinder. Next, coming back to the first position, so piston is in top dead center. So then spark will be produced, so that because of that spark, that ignition take place. so producing thermal energy. Because of that thermal energy, piston is again moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. Same way process will be repeated. Same way process will be repeated. So this is the working principle of two-stroke petrol engine. Two-stroke petrol engine. So all four process will be completed in one revolution of the crankshaft. Only one revolution of the crankshaft. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt? So if you have any doubt, please clarify it now only. Later I will ask question. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. No doubt, right? Shall I move to next topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this way, this petrol engine will works. So only one revolution of the crankshaft to complete all four process. Inlet. So mixtures are coming to the crankcase. Then it will be moving to the cylinder. So here pressure, thermal energy is created. So then it is moving downward. So waste gases are moving outside. Waste gases are moving outside. So in this way, this petrol engine, two-stroke petrol engine will works. So this is also same thing, two-stroke petrol engine. So next, coming to the part of two-stroke diesel engine. So can you tell me what is the main difference between petrol engine as well as diesel engine? So same as four-stroke engine. Okay. So main difference. One is inlet. So inlet. So what is the difference? Tell me. What is the difference in inlet? Nothing. There is no difference. So just air is coming in petrol engine. Air plus fuel mixtures are coming to the crankcase, but here only air is coming. Okay, air is coming. Then here instead of spark plug, here fuel injectors are using. Here fuel injectors are using, and fins are there. Here fins are there. So that is used for cooling purpose. And the remaining process, everything is same. Okay, remaining process, everything is same. Okay, so please listen. So initially piston is in top dead center. Initially piston is in top dead center, top of the position, top position. Next, piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. Then it is moving from bottom dead center to top dead centers. Two stroke. Okay, two stroke. Okay, so two stroke is utilized to complete all four process. Okay, four process. What are those? Inlet, compression, then power stroke and exhaust. Okay, all four process. So initially piston is in top dead center. Then previous pressurized air is present at the top of the cylinder. Pressurized air is present at the top of the cylinder. Pressurized air. Okay, pressurized air. So at the same time, this fuel injector will supply pressurized fuel. Okay, pressurized fuel will be supplied by fuel injector. So that pressurized air and pressurized fuels are collide take place and produces energy. So what type of energy? That both are burning take place. Though due to that collision, so both are burning take place. Okay, so it will produces thermal energy. That thermal energy is utilized to move the piston from top dead center to bottom dead center. That thermal energy is utilized to move the piston from top dead center to bottom dead center. So at the same time, this port, inlet port, remains open. So just pressurized air is coming to the crankcase. Pressurized air is coming to the crankcase. Then piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center with the help of that thermal energy. So whatever previous pressurized air plus pressurized fuel will be burning take place and produces thermal energy. With the help of that thermal energy, piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center. First, it will open the exhaust gas. port. Okay, first it will open the exhaust port and closes the inlet port. Okay, inlet port will be closed and exhaust port will be open during the movement of piston from top dead center to bottom dead center. Okay, so then further movement downward, it will open the transfer port. Further movement downward, it will open the transfer port. So pressurized air is moving to the cylinder. Pressurized air is moving to the cylinder. So, and waste gases of previous cycles are moving outside through this exhaust port. Okay, through this exhaust port, waste gases are presented in the previous cycle. Previous cycle waste gases are moving outside through this exhaust port. Okay, then fresh air is moving to the cylinder through this transfer port. Okay, so this one stroke is completed. So second stroke. So second stroke is, so piston is moving from bottom dead center to top dead center. So first it will closes the transfer port. So first it will closes the transfer port, then it will closes the exhaust port and open the inlet port. Okay, open the inlet port and compression process will take place. Okay, compression process will take place. So air will be compression take place, so that the pressure of the air is increases. Pressure of the air is increases. So high pressurized air is present at the top of the cylinder. High pressurized air is present at the top of the cylinder. So at the same time, fuel injector will supply high pressurized fuel is equal to diesel. So high pressurized fuel is diesel is supplied to the cylinder. So both are collide take place and produces energy. Which type of energy? Thermal energy. Thermal energy will be produces. That thermal energy will helps to move the piston from top dead center to bottom dead center. Similarly, this cycle will work. Okay, so this is the working principle of two-stroke diesel engine. Two-stroke diesel engine. Understood? Two-stroke petrol engine as well as two-stroke diesel engine. This is a working principle of two-stroke diesel engine. Any doubt? Two-stroke diesel engine? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Tell me. Okay. So two-stroke petrol engine is finished. Two-stroke diesel engine is finished. So very similar. So main difference is so petrol engine is works under the principle of Otto cycle, and diesel engine diesel cycle. Fuel use petrol as well as diesel. So admission of fuel, air plus fuel during the suction, and only in diesel cycle just air is at the inlet port, and charge drawn during the suction, air plus petrol fixture, only air is present at the inlet. So similarly, this is the compression ratio of petrol as well as diesel. So compression ratio is higher in diesel. So ignition of fuel, spark ignition is using. Here compression ignition is using, and governing quantitative and qualitative. So engine speed. So engine speed is up to 7,000 RPM and low from 500 to 3,000 RPM. Why? Because the size of the engine is bigger in diesel compared to petrol. Okay, so similarly so many differences there, you just go through it. Okay, so similarly the difference between two stroke and four stroke also is there in the notes. Please refer the notes. Okay, these are the difference between two stroke as well as four stroke, and petrol engine as well as diesel engine. So all difference are also important. Okay, difference between petrol as well as diesel engine, as well as difference between two stroke as well as four stroke engine. Two stroke as well as four stroke engine. So now we'll discuss about the terms used in IC engine. This is all of you take down. This is required to solve the problems. Okay, this is required to solve the problems. So you just note down the formulas. Okay, so then I will solve the problems later. Okay, so I will solve the problem later. First I will cover the theory portion in this module. So later I will cover the problem, but still you have to take down this formula. Okay, so first thing, the mean effective pressure, it is denoted by PM, mean effective pressure. It is defined as a mean pressure acting on the piston. So is mean pressure, average pressure is also equal to average pressure. Average pressure is acting on the piston throughout the cycle. So that is called as mean effective pressure. So average pressure is acting on the cycle throughout the process. Okay, so total 4 process is there, right? So 4 movement in 4-stroke engine, 4 movement of the piston, and 2-stroke cycle, 2 movement of the piston. So to complete in 4-stroke and 2-stroke, so average pressure is acting to the piston, that is called as mean effective pressure. It is denoted by PM. It is denoted by PM. So the formula to find out PM is equal to SA divided by L. Okay, SA divided by L. Understood? So PM, actual mean effective pressure, in Newton per meter square. Pressure unit is in Newton per meter square, or else kg per meter square. Okay, so force divided by area. So pressure is equal to force divided by area. So here we can convert that into Newton into 9.81 gravitational force. If you multiply gravitational force to the kg force, then the unit becomes Newton. Okay, kg becomes Newton per meter square. So actual mean effective pressure is in Newton per meter square. Next, small a. Okay, small a, area of the actual indicator diagram. Area of the actual indicator diagram. So the unit is square centimeter. Okay, square centimeter. No need to convert this centimeter into meter. So at the end, you should get Newton per meter square. So L. So base width of the indicator diagram is in centimeter. If both value A as well as L is in given in centimeter, then no need of converting this centimeter into meter. Okay, why? Because here centimeter is there, Newton per meter square per centimeter is there, spring value, so that all centimeter gets cancel each other, then remaining thing is Newton per meter square. Okay, so this is a formula, SA divided by L. S is spring value, so the unit of spring value is Newton per meter square per centimeter. Next, A is actual area of the indicator diagram, square centimeter, centimeter square. So centimeter square, and L is base width of the indicator diagram. It is also in centimeter. So centimeter, all centimeter gets cancel each other. Remaining thing is Newton per meter square. Okay, so mean pressure is acting on the piston throughout the cycle. Okay, throughout the power stroke. Next one is indicated power. Okay, indicated power is defined as a total power developed inside the engine cylinder due to combustion of fuel. Okay, due to combustion of fuel. Okay, without any losses. We should not consider any losses. This is the total power developed is also equal to input power. Okay, indicated power is also called as input power. Okay, so how much power is transmitted to the shaft? Okay, how much power is transmitted to the shaft? Okay, that is called as indicated power. Okay, how much amount of fuel is supplied to the cylinder without any losses? We should not consider any losses. That is called as total power developed inside the engine cylinder due to combustion of fuel without any losses. That is called as indicated power. Understood? There is no losses. Total power. So how much power should be developed by the engine? If you supply this quantity of fuel plus air, then how much it should supply the power without considering the losses? That is called as indicated power. Suppose this quantity of petrol plus diesel, petrol plus air mixtures are supplied to the cylinder. We should get actual this much of power, but that much of power, 100% efficiency is not possible. Okay, so we are consider 100% efficiency. That is called as indicated power, total power developed inside the engine cylinder due to combustion of fuel. That is in 4-stroke engine, we should use this formula. IP is equal to PMLAN divided by 60 into 2 times of 1000. Why? Because speed we should divide it by 2. Why? Because so crankshaft, 2 revolution of the crankshaft. In 4-stroke engine, how many in 4-stroke engine, how many revolution of the crankshaft? 2. That's why speed is divided by 2. Speed is divided by 2. Actual formula is PMLAN divided by 60,000. Okay. So I will give you one more formula. So there is, okay. So indicated power PM L A N. You use small n, okay? Instead of capital N, you use small n. 60,000. This is 60,000. So this is the formula. You take down this formula, and here for 4-stroke engine, 4-stroke, for 4-stroke engine, this small n is equal to capital N divided by 2. Capital N divided by 2. For 2-stroke engine, small n is equal to capital N. Why? Because in 2-stroke engine, how many revolution of the crankshaft? 1. So that n divided by 1. N divided by 1. So, but in 4-stroke engine, how many revolution of the crankshaft? 2 revolution of the crankshaft. So that capital N divided by 2. I hope all of you understood the difference. Capital N divided by 2 in 4-stroke engine. Why? Because 2 revolution of the crankshaft. In 2-stroke engine, only 1 revolution of the crankshaft. So that small n is equal to capital N. Okay. So next, PM is mean effective pressure. It is in Newton per meter square. Here all units should be in meter only. All units should be in meter only. You should convert that. If it is given in centimeter, you convert it into meter. Okay. And length of the stroke is in meter. Area of the cross section of the cylinder. Okay. A is nothing but area of the cross section of the cylinder. So that area formula is what? So pi d square divided by 4. Pi d square divided by 4. That is the area formula. And N is equal to RPM of the crankshaft. N is equal to RPM of the crankshaft. Okay. So this is the basic formula to find out indicated power. Indicated power. Understood? Any doubt? Indicated power? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So next one is brake power. Brake power. Brake power is the net power available at the crankshaft. Net power available at the crankshaft, that is called as brake power. That is called as brake power. So the formula to find out brake power is 2 pi nt divided by 60,000. So here we are considering the losses. Okay. So here BP is in kilowatt. So that it is divided by 1000. It is divided by 1000. Why? Because it is in kilowatt. It is in kilowatt. Okay. So next, so how to find out torque? Okay, torque we can find out using this formula. So W into R divided by 1000. W into R divided by 1000 into 9.81 is the gravitational force to convert into kg per Newton. Okay, how to convert kg to Newton? Into 9.81. So W is equal to net load acting on the brake drum. W is equal to net load acting on the brake drum, and R is radius of the brake drum. So I will explain during during solving the problem. Okay, while solving the problem, I will explain so how to solve this torque and all. Okay, so you just take down this formula. So brake power is a power available at the crankshaft. So usually in a cylinder, 100% efficiency is not possible. Some of the losses will happen. So after losses, how much actually power developed, that is called as brake power. Okay, actual power developed from the engine. Okay, so that is called as brake power. So using this formula, you can find out brake power. All of you take down this formula. And how to find out torque? Torque is equal to 9.81 into W into R divided by 1000. So this is brake power. Finished? Finish?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next one is frictional power. Friction power. the amount of power is lost. Okay, amount of power is lost due to friction parts are called as friction force. Okay, friction power. So during movement of piston from top dead center to bottom dead center, friction will happens between piston as well as cylinder. Some losses will happens, or rotation of this crankshaft. During that also time also some losses will happens. That losses we can consider as friction power. Okay, friction losses. Okay, so how we can find out the friction losses? Indicated power minus brake power. Okay, so indicated power is the total power developed, consider as 100% efficiency, and brake power is actual how much power is developed, that is called as brake power. Then you can easily find out how much friction power. So friction power is equal to indicated power minus brake power. Indicated power minus brake power, that is called as friction power. That is called as friction power. Understood? So next one is mechanical efficiency. Mechanical efficiency, so it is the ratio of brake power divided by indicated power. It is a ratio of brake power to the indicated power. It is like this. Mechanical efficiency is brake power divided by indicated power into 100. Why? Because efficiency always in percentage, so we should multiply into 100. So brake power divided by indicated power into 100, then you will get mechanical efficiency. Then you will get mechanical efficiency. Okay, so next one is thermal efficiency. Thermal efficiency is heat energy. Okay, heat output, how much heat output. So power output divided by heat supplied is thermal efficiency. It is defined as the ratio of power output to the heat supply by the burning of fuel. It is expressed in percentage. So usually burning take place inside the cylinder. Heat, that fuel plus air mixture will be burning take place, then producing heat energy. How much amount of heat energy is utilized to produce output? Okay, that is called as thermal energy. Okay, that is called as thermal energy. So thermal energy you can find out using this formula: power output divided by heat supplied. Heat supplied is the input, power output, how much power is developed with the help of that heat energy. That is called as thermal efficiency. Into 100, we should convert that into efficiency always in percentage, so that we should multiply into 100. Next one is indicated thermal efficiency. Okay, once you find out indicated power, then you can find out indicated thermal efficiency. Using this formula you can find out indicated thermal efficiency. So IP divided by CV into MF into 100. This is not MF. Okay, so mass of fuel consumption. Okay, mass of fuel supplied or mass of fuel consumption, that is MF. IP divided by CV, calorific value of particular fuel. So petrol is having different calorific value, and diesel is also having different calorific value. So that the CV is calorific value of the particular fluid. Okay, fuel. Okay, particular fuel, CV. Okay, so IP divided by CV into MF into 100, that is indicated thermal efficiency. Okay, indicated thermal efficiency. And brake thermal efficiency, similar way you can find out brake thermal efficiency also. Brake power, we already find out brake power using this formula, indicated power using this formula. Once you find out brake power as well as indicated power, then you can easily find out brake thermal efficiency as well as indicated thermal efficiency. Brake power divided by CV into MF into 100, so that is brake thermal efficiency. This is indicated thermal efficiency. So brake power divided by CV, okay, calorific value of the fuel, into MF, mass of fuel supplied, okay, into 100. Okay, brake thermal efficiency. So this is the basic formula is which is used for the to solve the problem. Okay, understood, right? Any doubt here? Terminologies. First one is indicated power, mean effective pressure. Next, indicated power, brake power, frictional power, thermal efficiency, mechanical efficiency, and indicated thermal efficiency, and brake thermal efficiency. Total 8 formula is there. Okay, you have to by heart all 8 formulas. Okay, all 8 formulas, very simple. You just go through it. Okay, so all 8 formulas: mean effective pressure, indicated power, brake power, friction power, thermal efficiency, mechanical efficiency, next indicator thermal efficiency, brake thermal efficiency. Okay, so next, the last concept is specific fuel consumption. Okay, specific fuel consumption. So it is defined as a amount of fuel consumed by an engine per unit power output, that is called as specific fuel consumption. Mass of specific fuel consumption, how much amount of fuel used. Okay, it is nothing but amount of fuel consumed by the engine per unit power output. Okay, so how much fuel consumed to produce this much amount of output, okay, power output, that is called as specific fuel consumption, okay, of the IC engine. It is expressed in kg per kilowatt per hour, kg per kilowatt per hour. So understood, right? So specific fuel consumption is how much amount of fuel consumed to produce this much amount of power output. Okay, this much power output, this much kilowatt of power output, how much fuel is consumed. That is called as specific fuel consumption. Specific fuel consumption. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, so this completes your IC engine portion. So remaining problem is there. So problem I will cover at the end. Okay, so first I will finish the refrigeration portion. Okay, refrigeration portion. So Abhinav, Mohan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you explain this one? Parts of IC engine. First.
Sir, just parts. Parts only or their definition also?
Definition. Crankshaft means what? Like that. What is the use of explain connecting rod? So what is the function of connecting rod? Tell me. First. Don't know. Fast.
It connects the piston
Hmm.
to the crankshaft.
So what is the function? Convert which motion to which motion?
Convert the reciprocating motion to piston into the rotation of crankshaft.
Okay. Next, Abhishek Ye.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is TDC? Stroke. What is stroke? Abhishek Ye. What is stroke?
Stroke, two movement required to complete 4 cycle.
Stroke means what? Just the stroke means what?
Movement of piston inside the cylinder.
Good. Okay, next, Aditya Ramnath. Aditya. Absent. Okay, next, Afla. Absent. Next, Amog. Absent. Okay. Ayush.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is four stroke? Four stroke means what?
S- a four-stroke engine. Yeah, a four-stroke engine is an internal combustion engine. in which piston completely
4-stroke meaning is what?
uh,
Don't know. Okay, Abhilash.
yes, sir. Four-stroke engine, the piston performs four-stroke to complete one working cycle.
One working cycle. It is there in slide itself, but still you are not able to answer, right? Okay. So next, Abhilash.
Yes, sir.
So 4 process. Can you tell me what are the 4 process?
uh, Inlet,
Hmm.
compression,
Ah.
combustion,
Hmm.
and exhaust.
Okay. Good. So next, Adarsh.
Yes, sir.
So this one. How many rotation of crankshaft in 4-stroke engine? How many rotation of crankshaft rotation in 4-stroke engine?
Sir, 2.
2. Okay. So next. Okay. Advait. Advait absent. Adityan. Absent. Ahmad.
Present, sir.
Can you explain in suction stroke? Suction stroke. Alisha. Anmita.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain suction stroke of petrol engine?
Uh, the suction stroke, the piston is moved from the top
Hmm.
center to
Correct.
bottom.
Correct. So then
Hydraulic
what happened here? Inlet wall will be
remain open,
okay. Then what is coming inside?
and exhaust valve is closed.
Okay. Then what is this?
Petrol air mixture
Are coming.
are going inside.
Okay. So next, Prajwal.
Yes, sir.
Explain this one. Compression stroke.
The air drawn at the suction stroke is compressed
Hmm. Hmm.
at high pressure and the piston moves to the bottom dead center to top dead center.
Okay. So next, Dhruv, Kishore, Dhruv, Kishore. Absent. Abhinetri.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain working stroke?
Piston moves from top dead center to bottom center and the work obtained in this stroke.
Okay. So how it is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center?
Expansion of gases due to heat of combustion exerts a
Okay.
pressure on the piston.
Okay. Abhijit.
Yes, sir.
So here, what is using in petrol engine? Compression igniter or spark plug.
Spark plug
So what is the use of spark plug?
to ignite the fuel.
Producing spark. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Aditya
Yes, sir.
GV. Aditya GV.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain exhaust stroke?
Piston moves
Hmm.
in rotation.
Hmm? Hmm.
When
Akash,
it moves upward.
bottom to top. Then what happened? Waste gases are moving outside. Okay. So next, Akash. Akash. Absent. Aksha.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain this one? Auto cycle.
Uh,
This is starting position. Piston is in top dead center. Then first stroke. What is that?
Intake stroke.
What happened during that time? Pressure remains.
Constant.
Okay. What happened? Volume. What happened? Volume. What happened? Volume. See the volume. A to B. While movement of A to B, what happened? Volume. Don't know. Amal.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Volume here in A to B.
Volume is increasing.
Okay. So next, Amit. Amit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
B to C. Which process? B to C.
Compression stroke
What happened? Pressure.
decreases.
Pressure.
Constant.
B to C. What happened? B to C. Here, pressure. What happened? B to C. Pressure increases. Okay, pressure increases from B to C. Pressure increases. Okay, so for the remaining students, and also once again I will ask question same thing. Okay, please everyone should learn. Okay, so I already shared the notes. Please all of you go through it. Next class again I will ask question. Okay, if you're not able to answer me, necessary action I will take. Okay, understood, right? So any doubt, if you have any doubt, you can contact anytime. Okay. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. We'll see you in the next
Thank you,
class.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.